It's Brenda Miller. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and I go live every week on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, live at 5, and I share with you some things that are going on with Stampin' Up! And in my craft room, and just, different stamping things. So today we are going to make a card, but then we're also going to be talking about Stampin' Up's last chance list. And I want to clear up any confusion that may be out there. So let's go ahead and pop over to my desktop. So here we go. So we are going to make this card. This fun card uses the Link Together bundle, and this is one of the bundles that is currently on the last chance list. So let's talk about that for a second. Stampin' Up! Has a brand new catalog that will be going live on May 6th. I have it right here. Look how pretty, right? We're very excited about that. But in order to make room for all the new products that are in there, a whole bunch of things have to go away. And to do that, what Stampin' Up! Has started doing is moving those items that will be departing on May 6th to what was called a last chance list. And basically, they are available while supplies last, and many of them are on sale. So you can find this by going to the online store, and you can look anytime that you bring up a product, it will show you. If it will have a little code at the bottom that says last chance. Also, there is a page that you can link to, and I have that link. I'll post that here so that you can go directly to the last chance items. So there are a number of different ways to get to that information, but the good news is that it's out there, and there are lots of things that are retiring. And if you have any questions about that, you could always contact me. I'd be happy to help you. But again, they're while supplies last. So to make this card, let's go ahead and let me show you what's inside. So it has all these great sayings. I love this nice big enjoy. Perfect for any card, or most cards, I should say. And then it also, the bundle comes with this set of dies. And these dies, we're going to be using this lattice, which is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be when I sent it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. These little pieces just popped right out very easily, and then I was able to just push out the outline just by one or two pokes through the little holes that are on the die. As you can see there, the little holes on the edges, and it came right out. So that's something good to know, that these are really good dies. I love that we have this diamond here and this oval, and of course anytime we have flowers. But we're using this die and these two dies today. But also previously in a quick class, you can look on my YouTube channel, you can see a card that was made with the coordinating stencils that go with it. So all of these come in the bundle. So if that's something that you're looking for, it can be found. It's called the Link Together bundle, and it is $58.50. It is not currently on sale. It's not one of those items, but some items are. Anyway, so there's that. And so let's go ahead, and I took a piece of, this is the thick white, basic white cardstock, and I have scored it, although you can't see it there. I have scored it at 5.5 inches. The full card is 11 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to give that a nice crease. Ooh, that makes a lot of noise. Okay, so that's going to be our card base. And then I took a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. This is the regular basic white cardstock, so it's a lighter weight than the thick, okay? And on this, I'm going to take the dies. I've already done it, but I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to take this die, and I'm going to position it in the center of this piece. And I'm just using a little bit of washi tape just to hold it in place. I'm going to get it so that it's straight, because I do want to use the negative of this as well. So I want to make sure I get it straight. And then I put it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I ended up with these two pieces. So you see this is the frame, which could be used as a frame. we're just going to use it kind of just as part of the card front, and you see how easily these little pieces just pop right out. I'm not even using any special tools or anything, and all these other ones just pretty much fell out. So, but look at how detailed this is with the stitching, and then the lattice, very pretty. Okay, so that being done, I am going to take some of the Thoughtful Journey cardstock. Now, when I pulled this out, I thought it was one of the ones that is retiring, but it is not, and that's okay too because it is beautiful. I happen to use the first one, but you can see that this paper is stunning, and you could use any of the sheets. As a matter of fact, we're going to be making this card in my classes next week, so those of you who attend my in-person classes, you can tell everybody you saw how it is made, and I will send out the link to the class attendees. But we'll have a variety of different pieces. So what I did is I cut one piece down. This is 3 inches wide so that I could get 2 out of each of those 6 by 6 sheets. And then I made it 4.5 inches this way. And so what I'm going to do, just because it was just easier for me, I'm going to take that piece of paper and I'm going to position it square right in the middle of this card front. And I'm going to build from there. Now, sometimes you might want to attach it to the frame first, but I just found this to be the easier way to do this. So I'm just going to push this right in the middle. And it is roughly just a little bit bigger than this frame. You can see that it's a little bit bigger. Okay, that way, in case something's a little crooked, I don't have to worry. And then I'm going to add this on top, and I'm going to make sure that that's straight. And again, it just makes it really easy just by using regular adhesive. Of course, you could use your wet if you like. And you could also pop this up if you wanted to. But I don't think that would work so well with the next part. So anyway, so now I've got that on there. And we have a little framed picture, and that's nice by itself, but then let's go ahead and add this on. And so it's going to just fit right back into where we cut it out of. It's kind of like you're looking out the window. And for this, I will use my wet adhesive, and I'm going to just put as little as I can, little dots in definitely the corners, and then along the sides, anywhere where it's just a little bit thicker. And I am going to do a couple in the center just so that it lays flat. But again, I'm making sure that it's really, really tiny dots of this stuff, because otherwise everything gets to be a sticky mess. Okay, so I'm just going to carefully flip this over, and I'm just starting at the bottom just because I can see it better from where I'm at. And I'm just going to lay this in and then press it down for, a few seconds, maybe count to 10, just so that it settles nicely and sits right in there. So there's a name for this kind of die cutting where you cut it out and then you put it back. And I can't remember the name of it, so if you know what it is, feel free to comment and I will share it. I just can't remember. It's not inlay, but it's like that. But you can see how pretty that looks. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to take some of our greenery. Now this I cut out. I showed you the dies. This is from the Linked Together bundle. And we could have also put flowers on it. But to go with this particular designer series paper, I didn't really think flowers were the way to go. There are other types of papers that are like this. If you're ever wondering what in the world can you do with these very pretty papers that you just don't want to cut them and you don't want to hide them really, and this way you get to use them and they show right through like a window. So here we go. So again, I'm just going to use little dots of the wet glue, and I'm happy that I'm getting a little bit better at putting the glue on. So here we go. And this one I'm just going to put more down. I'm going to put it over here. You can put it up higher, you can put it lower. but I think that's fine. And now I'm going to use a different stamp set because all of these sentiments are rather large, which is great for a lot of cards, but for this card I wanted something very small and dainty. So I often have turned to this particular bundle called Country Flowers, and this is the Sending Love stamp, and I took a piece of, it was the same piece of designer series paper, and this is the reverse side of it. And I'm just going to stamp it on the reverse side, and I thought, oh, isn't that nice? It coordinates. They do try to do that. Certainly within the package, the back sides coordinate with different front sides. I'm stamping it with Mossy Meadow, and Mossy Meadow is also the color that I used to die cut the little leaves. So I'm going to take my snips, my paper snips, as we call them at Stampin' Up, and I'm just going to fussy cut around the word. And I just kind of like, I don't usually do this because it frustrates me, but I do like the way it looks, and plus it takes up less real estate and covers less of the beautiful backgrounds and whatever that we have showing through our little lattice there. So you can see I'm just going around. And again, whenever you're doing this, you want to move your paper, not your scissors. So you see my scissor hand is staying straight. And I just turn the paper when I want to get it to the edge. There we go. And here, I'll just trim that a little bit. Okay. So we have Sending Love cut out, and now we can adhere this to our card. And I just liked it over the things we have there, the sprigs. I'm not coming up with good words today. And I did use regular adhesive on this, but I think I might take a dimensional and cut it down and use some pieces of it so that it pops up just a little bit, because I think it looks a little too flat. So I'm just cutting. You see that I'm just using my regular scissors. Now don't use your good ribbon scissors if you have them designated. Of course, anybody who's here at my home comes to class would have their hand smacked. I'm not ashamed to say it. I protect my ribbon scissors. It's a gentle tap. It's a love tap when I do it. But we get that, just the little pieces on the back there, and then we can lay that onto the card. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to use this bundle, though, this stamp set, is because this is one of the special situations when we're talking about the last chance list. Okay, so this is the Country Flowers bundle. It comes with all these dies. I used this a whole bunch last spring and summer, and you can see it's well used. But this bundle is on the last chance list, and it costs $53. However, for whatever reason, if you buy the pieces separately, now usually our bundles are 10% off the price of the dies and the stamps put together. Okay, so separately they would cost more than the $53. Okay, however, the dies are currently on sale at a discount at $31.50, and then the stamps are $19.20, which comes to $50.70, which is less than the $53 that the bundle costs. So it's something to look out for. If you're looking to purchase a bundle, check to see if the individual items, the dies and the stamps, are on sale. If either one is on sale, it's likely that it will cost you less to buy them separately. So just a helpful hint to know. It is kind of a fluke with the way the system is set up. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't think it's been deliberate. I think it's an oversight, and hopefully they will fix that eventually. But right now, that's the situation. So if you're looking to buy a bundle, just check to see the prices of buying the pieces separately. But as I mentioned, linked together is not on sale, so that bundle price is better than buying the pieces separately. But Country Flowers, the stamp set and the dies are on sale, which comes out to less than the cost of the bundle. So that being said, one more thing I wanted to share on the card is we have these lovely, these are the faux glass dots, and they are on sale. They're 10% off. So they, where did I put my sheet? They are, this is my open package. I love these. They're fabulous. So this is 10% off. So they are $7.65. So it's a great time to stock up on some of those embellishments. And so for this card, any of these colors really work. I'm going to go ahead and use the yellow ones. And just as usual, I like to use one big, two small, but of course you can use whatever you like. And I like to make some kind of a visual triangle. So since I've already put those there, I'm going to put this one down over here. And there we have it. So we added those little glass dots, and I think that that really makes it. And you can see that these are two halves of the same piece of Designer Series paper. And I just think that they look super pretty. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got a couple of hints about the last chance list. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. The dimensions and everything for this card is in the description. And again, I will put the link for the last chance list at the last chance section of my online store there as well, so you can easily find and look to see if anything that you want is retiring or on sale. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.